Hey yo, what's good, people? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 344, excuse me. This chapter, holy shit. So Nico Robin, the true reason Nico Robin is wanted by Iceberg is the Pluton. And I feel like I've heard that name before. I want to say either Alabasta or on Skypea, one of those, the Pluton was mentioned. So that's interesting. Notice bringing back up the poneglyphs, and I like the conversation that's going on between Iceberg and Nico Robin, because Iceberg tells Robin, I know you're after the poneglyphs. I know you're after decoding them and reading them. It's illegal by the world government because some of them are weapons, and you're the only one who could probably decode the poneglyphs and to reactivate the ancient weapons, which means that somewhere down the line, if not now, Nico Robin could be used as a pawn, and somebody bigger could gain access to those weapons. What I really think is somewhere down the line, I don't think it's now, but somewhere down the line, Nico Robin and those poneglyphs could be used to trigger an event, because the thing about powerful weapons like that is when it comes to great power, men seek it out. Period. That's why a lot of wars are waged, because of disagreements, but also because somebody seeking power is just nature. I mean, how many times have you seen people argue over who's bigger and badder, who's the best? It's just human nature to seek out power like that. And if you look at the way that our militaries worked, we went from fighting with clubs to, in the ancient times, clubs and rocks, to fighting with swords, to fighting with iron swords, to using guns, going from guns to projectiles, projectiles to atomic weapons or hydraulic weapons, atomic weapons. It just, like, the bombs just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just like, at some point we're gonna have a planet busting a weapon. Like, that'll be the end of us. But that's just human nature, is to always seek out the more powerful things. So this is gonna be very interesting to see where Oda takes this, because he has a huge opportunity for this. It fits that Spider-Man quote, with great power comes great responsibility, and Nico Robin does have responsibility, as she is indeed the only person who can put together the poneglyphs and reactivate those weapons. Maybe for her, she's trying to research it just because she wants to discover, the history of the world, and she's just a historian. I can see that. But at the same time, knowledge is very powerful, and knowledge in the wrong hands of somebody, that's how dictators are created. So this is huge, man. This is huge, and it looks like I was wrong too. I said there's no way in hell Nico Robin's using guns. It's pretty badass. She's got 4 guns in her hands, so that was pretty cool. You got like the stare down with her and Iceberg, and once Iceberg pisses her off, Nico Robin sprouts another pair of hands, and she basically turns this dude into Pell, which is very fitting, because in the last chapter cover, you had Pell, and he's arriving with Vivi, and it's just like, just how Pell got his ass whooped, that's what's happening to Iceberg. So that part was cool. I also like how when this chapter opens up, the guy with the door fruit, he's being proven to be a one-shotter. So I'm expecting Luffy to fight this guy. So that's gonna be pretty interesting, just to see that. Luffy was stuck. Luffy's using the Gum rocket to basically try to infiltrate this way. So it looks like Luffy just tried to jump through the damn place before, couldn't do it. So now he's just using the Gum rocket to sling himself into the midst of everything. So it's going to be very interesting to see where Oda decides to position Luffy. I wouldn't be surprised. I know a lot of people might be thinking, or at this point have been thinking, he's going to show up right there with Robin. I think he's going to end up where Paulie is and find out what's going on, and then he's going to make his way. He's going to be fighting somebody. That's what I'm thinking. It could also be Sanji. Sanji's a wild card, but I think Sanji might be more positioned with Nico Robin, since he was one of the last people who Robin saw before she literally turned her back on the crew and walked away. So that's going to be key. I also like, the Easter egg in this where Zoro's charging through and he says, "It's fine, I'll fight them with the reverse blade," and that's Again, Rurouni Kenshin, Oda did work on it for a brief period, so it's nice to see the homage paid to that. And Nami even says, like, you can still kill them like that. But Zoro is a skilled enough fighter to where he'll level just enough force to incapacitate people and not actually kill them with the back of the blade. So that was pretty cool. Overall, this was a very good chapter. Again, feels like we're setting up towards something bigger, but nonetheless, I enjoyed it. My chapter question for you all is going to be, what are your thoughts about the Poneglyphs and Nico Robin potentially being the only person who can actually decode and maybe recreate these weapons? What were your thoughts about that? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to share. Thank you for watching Kryptonian Saying, guys. Have an awesome day.